What's good, peoples? This is Rome of the Bmore podcast.
Bmore Open podcast. I'm sorry, y'all, for his errors.
Damn, I did it again.
Don't you ain't got no
Bmore
cut
Open
it.
podcast.
Yeah.
I thought I was saying
He
this
do
shit
so
right.
much, so you
Bmore
all
Open
know.
podcast. I'm your host, Ron with.
Rolanda. Row.
And today we doing our little episodes like we started up. It's called Shoot the Shit, where we talk like 15, 20 minutes about various topics. And today we'll be keeping up with the Joneses, and I guess / minding other people's fucking business.
Other people's business.
You know what I'm saying? So like, why with the keeping up with the Joneses, man? It's like, I guess that's just like when people start living above their means.
Right.
And I had been, I had done that. You know what I'm saying? Where I will, take my last little bit of money, knowing I'm supposed to pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? And we'll buy some clothes and then put my phone on silence because I don't want the bill collector calling me and shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll all recognize the number and don't answer that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real shit.
You know, just to, I guess, I don't know, just to feed that need or just to feel, I don't know.
I think a lot of that stems from, to us, people being so judgmental,
True.
The world and just society making things, this is the way, this is what's best, or this is what looks better, this is how it should be, this how it, so of course it start, in school you get picked on.
True.
When you ain't got this, that, and the third. Even being older, if you ain't got the polos or the Jordans or the whatever you getting labeled as a clown or this, that, and the third. So people really feel like they have to, and it's so crazy because I know people, Rome, that will like try to be so much in competition with each other, but you putting yourself so much in a hole and in a bind. Like, people aren't even paying their bills to try to get something that the next person have or to get better, to try to make their self seem like they up there. When you think about it, in all actuality, we be trying to press people, because I say we because we've all done it, and I know I'm guilty of it as well before too. Yeah. But we do that shit for people that don't even matter.
Don't matter.
People
don't
that
matter.
don't even matter.
And you know what? And like, just talk a little bit, not to go off subject. It's our minds. Yo, it's funny how you gotta really try to discipline yourself. That shit crazy, yo. It's like something that's on your body that can take you anywhere if you don't have control over it. That shit could be your worst enemy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's in your mind, like you said, it's in your mind that this shit matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized I had a shopping problem, like when I think I had left from out your way and dropped you off. I went out Towson for what? I don't fucking know.
He didn't even know y'all didn't know me. No, that's one of my top 3 malls.
And look, it didn't need nothing, but had the desire. I had to buy something before I left out that motherfucker. I brought some shit I didn't even fucking need.
Didn't even need, and
you
that's
know
how
what I'm
it
saying?
normally be.
All because I felt, I need this shirt because I want to wear this different. Like people really paying attention to what the fuck I'll be wearing.
I mean, people do pay attention to you. They definitely do. But not only that, you care about your appearance. You like nice things.
But I didn't need it.
Right.
I didn't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I could have paid a bill with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's what, honestly, that's why I say I know I'm getting older and I'm growing, because that's something the last couple months I've really been trying to do. Like, Rome, I'm telling you, no lie, every single day, 5 days a week, I was going to the mall. Like, I can call my kids, you can ask them, every day I was coming home with a bag, because I had something for them too, but it was every day that I was every day I got off work, I went straight to the mall. Drove straight out South. I used to hop on 83, go straight out South into the mall. I get out there about 8:30, right before they close, go run and get some things for me and the kids. And I'm back home, like literally 5 days a week. But now I've gotten to the point where now, even having the money, I'm trying to like, it's like, screw that stuff. Like, whatever.
Or be more conservative with your money, you know what I'm saying? And lie. And then it's like, too, it's like, yo, hold up. Well, how much clothes can you buy? How many shoes can you buy? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I started thinking like, really, like, I don't really go out like that. You know what I'm saying? I really not out there like that. So why am I buying all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's just to be like, just a habit, and people that don't matter. I swear to God, when you just said that shit, and it's the truth, it's like, ding, like that's what it is.
Because it be like, yo, and most of the time, the people that we trying to press, or not even press, or stay up with, or just to stay in that, they don't even really have. Like, they really don't even have. Like, they not even.
They not even spending that money on that type of shit.
Not at all.
You know
not at all.
I don't know what it is. It's just a, I know when I was younger, and I still have some type of, actions the way, that I got to learn on. I mean, that I got to work on. Mm-hmm. I still got some childish shit, you know what I'm saying? And that was always the impress.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To try to impress somebody. Like, oh, Rome, slick ass Rome. You know what I'm saying? Like that name, slick ass Rome. You know what I'm saying? Which, that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? My outside, you know what I'm saying? Because half the time when I was young, I was a dressed up trash can.
But that's how a lot of people are, even now, though. Even now.
Yeah.
Even now. And I don't know what's your definition of a dressed up trash can, but me, I feel like, I say, like, for instance, you got people that's all they care about is dressing up. Maybe hair. And I'm not speaking on a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
Hair, nails done, clothes is nice. But you go to their house, look at their room, everything is dirty as shit. Everything dirt, everything is just filthy. They filthy. Yeah. They don't even take baths, don't brush their teeth.
Yeah.
None of that. And then, but you on the outside looking in, and you thinking they top notch, and they really not. Like they dirty.
Yeah, true. And you know what? That's the whole thing. I mean, the meaning of a dressed up trash can is the outside is cool, but the inside is fucked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of insecurities and shit, you know what I'm saying? Low self-esteem issues and all that shit that was going on, you know what I'm saying?
Would never be able to tell that you was that type of person.
But when I was growing up, I was, because I was
never be able to tell that.
And that's what kept me with the keeping up with the Joneses too, or trying to be in. I grew up in a housing project. And you know what I'm saying?
Lafayette, shout out. That's where I came from, Lafayette.
HR on the ridge. Yeah, I mean, but I grew up in a housing project, and it was like, growing up, single parent home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was the only male in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no brothers or nothing like that, and no father figures, no type like that. So the people in the neighborhood.
You really don't have no brother. Not to cut you off. Wow, I never even noticed that. You never mentioned that. It is just you and your sister.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like the people of the neighborhood was, you know what I'm saying, my environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And which in my environment was, you see all the slick heads, niggas dressing with the clothes, and that's what I wanted growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they got the shell heads, they got the Adidas sweatsuits, they got all this. Yes. I wanted that, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen it every day. I seen, dudes changing their clothes 3-4 times a day, and I thought that was the shit.
And that's one thing I can say, we are blessed. Me and my siblings, have been blessed, because even living down in the projects, we, my grandmother helped out. My grandmother, my grandfather, like my mother too. But my grandmother made sure we I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she did it, but she did it, and we all we never. That's why I just don't understand a lot of things that go on in my family between my siblings and us, and just in my family, because we've never. I can't speak for how nobody feel personally and what they went through, but it's like we always had, thank God, like we always had nice things. My grandmother used to steal, God, rest in peace, Grandma, I love you to death. But my grandmother, Rome, she used to have 5 names. I never forget, was living down Lafayette Project. She had like an ID and this name, Virginia Jackson, Goldie Jackson. She had a whole bunch of IDs. She was getting welfare checks and all these different people names. She was getting other types of checks. She was bringing in the bread. She was hustling. Yeah. She was hustling, and we had, we've always had ever since we were younger. So younger, we had all the different color Pumas and the different color Adidas with the sweatsuits, the matches, and just all of that.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, because my mother was like, I'm going to buy you what you need, not what you want.
Not what you want, right.
And it was I wanted those things that I seen, the other people had, because no one really explained to me, what you said. I didn't see the struggles that they was going through, what they had to go through to get that stuff and everything, or who was getting it to them, and a lot of them didn't realize the same way their parents was buying all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Their parents had the good jobs and was doing it. My mother didn't and was giving them, but I was looking up to them, because they had all the trendy shit and was wearing it, and I wanted to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be the one to pick on, yo, you got that Payless shit on, or you got the daggone Pantry Pride tennis on, or, you know what I'm saying?
And see, I chuckled, though, because we used to have a Kmart and a Payless tennis, but my grandmother, they was our play shoes. Yeah. She used to make us go outside. If we weren't going to school, that's what we had to wear.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because, see, that was the things, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized, when my mother started working, she wasn't really making a lot of money. And I remember one Easter, I had to wear these shoes back to school. The fuck that. I had all through the summer. You know what I mean? I glued them motherfuckers back together. and them bitches popped and shit. Yeah, man.
That's
I remember
sad.
the guy was cracking on me and shit. Like, oh, look, yo, fucking sock hanging out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But he was fresh with the new NBA jackets and shit and all that shit.
That's about to bring tears. Like,
so, you know what I'm saying?
Hurt me
I still remember that type shit. So it was like, yo, I'm like, man, if I ain't gonna never have no holes in my shoes. And soon I started working, and that's my thing. Shoes. I buy fucking shoes.
And
I don't have none of my. I don't even need no fucking shoes. That was the whole thing.
Like,
yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, it traumatized me.
That's why I said kids are cruel, but no lie, Rome, I lie you not. My ex said told me the story, same thing. And what was effed up about his situation was he was the only child with his mother and father. His mother had a good job. Father had a great job. Like they had good jobs working for the state, and I forgot what his dad had did or whatever. But he was the only child, and he was like, bro, like they wouldn't never buy me nothing. He was like, they always bought me Payless stuff. He was like, everybody up, down by Park Heights had, all the boys had, like you said, had everything. He said he was the only child, and they had good jobs. They had good jobs. He was like, but they would not spend money like Pro Wings and Payless and Kmart tennis shoes, clothes, non-name brand stuff that came from like thrift stores and other places. And he said once he got like 15, 16, that's when he got tired of it, and that's what made him become a drug dealer. He said because he got tired of it. He just walked away. Like one way he just left home and but start doing his own.
But with it though, it's like like cause look, and then the flip side of that, like a lot of kids that I went to school with was like the nerds or the ones that didn't care about their dress and all that stuff, and clothes and shit, and continued on with their education and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Them now, I know they got a company. I know they, you know what I'm saying, because they was driven, they wasn't worrying about that shit. See, I was worrying about keeping up with my environment. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even looking at the big picture about education and stuff like that. Because look, check this out, it's funny. The best school year I ever had, I got put out. I had everything. I was fresh as shit for my, school year because I was working. You know what I'm saying? I was working and going to school.
Right.
So I had everything. So it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all about, getting the things and shit, man. That's what school wasn't about. It wasn't about keeping up with everybody else.
That was definitely back in your day. And it's totally different now.
And that was my thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying this because those ones that I cracked on called the nerds and all, you ain't got this and shit. Them motherfuckers went to college. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers living large now and shit. You know what I'm saying?
6 figures, 7 figures.
Because it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we get that wrong idea of keeping up with everything and thinking that really means.
So what's the moral of the story? Because we've been.
Not to be to keep up with the Joneses. It's not worth it. Stay in your own lane. Whatever makes you happy and everything that you have that you like. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. And that don't matter. It don't make you.
It doesn't make you.
Like you said, as long as it's neat or now it's clean or whatever like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But also too, you get what you pay for. That's some shit too.
That's true.
So sometimes you gotta pay a little price for better quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I put it like that with kids though. Little young kids, you gotta get them some real quality stuff because they are rough on shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say with that. You ain't gotta go out there and buy them no Louis shit and all that type of shit, but you gotta get them some.
I was about to say, girl, yes, look. I really was about to say, because listen, no, we was in Nordstrom, and I'm like, Tashira, you, like, what? Y'all buying him Burberry? Like, why?
Yeah.
Gucci, like, name brand, this, that, and the third. Why? Yeah. Why? I don't understand for kids that's 3. And it's granted, it's your child. You do what you want to do. It's your money. You baby girl. You working hard.
Yeah.
For real. But at the same time, it's like, why? That stuff is not going to last long. And again, I know she got to grow up and understand when she get older.
You know what? With my first boy, I did that. With my oldest boy, I went out and brought every fucking thing. Every week I'm buying them shoes and shit. He was a baby. He had a whole line of fucking shoes and all that shit. And couldn't fit none of them motherfuckers.
For sure. And that's how it was. But I'm just saying, going out and spending $190 for a shirt for a kid?
Yeah.
Like, $100 for jeans for kids?
Yeah.
Like, come on. That is.
Yeah.
But again,
it's the trending.
Right.
It's like,
right.
Okay.
But just feel like y'all need to, like he said, stay in your own lane.
Stay in your own lane, you know what I'm saying?
You not having designer, and I am I wouldn't consider myself as a designer whore because I do like that's what they call them, like label whores.
Yeah.
Like I do have a lot of labeled stuff, but I do have a lot of stuff like now. This is what I have on. I got this from Target. Like I buy stuff from regular girl. I think women can do it more than men too. We can go even a dollar store, Family Dollar, and find nice clothes. Like seriously. So it's not even really about that. You can get your stuff from the Family Dollar, Gallo, Rainbow. People crack on Jones on Rainbow too. But I feel like it's all about how you keep yourself up, neat and clean. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And on that note, thank y'all for hollering out. This was
Shoot the Shit
segment of Shoot the Shit. You know
Second
what I'm saying?
segment.
We was talking about well, that's about the third.
It is?
Right.
That's right. I'm thinking about the second day. I'm wrong. Y'all right. This like the third or fourth.
Yeah. So we'll be airing these. So what we say is like these are pre-recorded. So what we saying, just leave your comments.
Comment,
you know
like, share, and let us know that y'all seen them
it.
so we can know.
Yeah, so we can know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And subscribe to our YouTube page. Please subscribe.
Please. We ain't gonna beg, Ron. We're not gonna keep begging. No.
Please.
All right. I was trying to think of one of the men slaves names. I'm about to call you Harriet Tubman. I was trying to think of one of them. Chicken George. There you go.
Call me Chicken George or some shit like that.
There you go. What's his name? What's his name?
What are you talking about?
K. From the
Kunta Kinte?
No.
Kunta.
Yeah.
Kunta
Kinte. That's it.
And Kizzy.
Yes. I watched all of. All right, I'm not gonna get
it. Yeah, we gonna get
Thank
it.
Y'all so much, y'all. Make sure y'all, like y'all said, please
subscribe.
In Rome's voice, subscribe to YouTube. It costs nothing. It takes no time at all. So we appreciate y'all.
Out.
Thanks.